Newcastle and Man City can score, they can concede, they can entertain, and they care about the Carabao Cup. Don't take your ears off this one.
Inside the penalty area, Turkey fires it in. It's Newcastle 0, Manchester City 2.
It's not as bad as sometimes the noise on social media can make out. And yes, coming on the back of a 4-1 defeat at Liverpool.
To start winning games, we have to start having the mindset we can beat anybody. And I believe that it's in there. I do believe that we can.
Tottenham 2, Manchester City 2. And from 2-0 down, somehow Spurs back on level terms.
The way that they capitulate in the second half, they didn't look like champions.
Now we have a semi-final to reach a final next Wednesday and continue. This is what they have to do.
Oh yeah, live commentary tonight at Man City Newcastle in the Carabao Cup semi-final. City 2 up. Adrian Durham, your host for that. Sam Matterface and Stuart Pearce, your commentary team. Let's talk to the former Newcastle midfielder Lee Clark. Hey Lee.
Yeah, Lee.
Hi Max, hi Charlie.
Always nice to chat. How did Newcastle, but we saw Chelsea a goal down, sort of be quite cagey to start with and then sort of try and go for it, but not quite managing it. It's a difficult position that Newcastle are in, isn't it? Because if they concede, the game's done, but they got to score twice.
Yeah, Max, I watched the game last night and Chelsea obviously just being a goal behind were a little bit cautious in the early part of the game, trying to keep Arsenal at bay. Succeeded in that and then, put on their more attacking players later on. But I just think it's a lot more clearer for us. You've just said it. We need to win by 2 clear goals just to take it to extra time and then a penalty shootout. We need to win by 3 to progress. So I think from the first whistle, we've got to be at our best attacking-wise and have that intent. Of course, we have to be solid because if we do concede again, it's going to make it even more difficult, near on impossible. But certainly, I think for us, it's a lot more clearer than it was than for Chelsea last night.
And it feels like scoring goals is where Newcastle have had problems since they lost Isak in the summer. Obviously, Nick Voltemada started well. It's gone off a little bit. Weiss is just getting fit. It feels like they might not quite have what's required up front.
Yeah, Charlie, in terms of the striking positions, I think you're right. Nick Voltemada had a good start the season. That's just gone off the boil a little bit. Johan Visser, unfortunately, is playing catch-up in terms of his match fitness. Our goals have come from the wide areas this season.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be difficult. It's always difficult for Newcastle at Man City. I mean, seen some stats today. The last 11 games, we've lost 11, scored 3, conceded 37 at the Etihad. So that's not a great start.
We're trying to build up the tension to this game, Lee. Don't
They can do it, Lee. They can do it.
Max, we're the holders of the Carabao Cup, and
That's
it
true.
was the greatest day I've ever experienced as a Newcastle United fan or player. It was phenomenal, and I want that to happen again. I want to be there again in a few weeks' time. So we're not going to give this up lightly. There's thousands going to the game for support Newcastle United, and we hope we can do it. We've given ourselves a tough task. I was at the first leg. Man City played some sensational football, but as we've seen at the weekend, they still played some great football against Spurs, but they can be got at the back. They're not 100% secure defensively. So, it's up to us. It's a big ask, but definitely we can do it. I mean, there's been some tough asks over the last couple of years when Eddie's been the manager, and we've delivered results.
And actually, I think perhaps the most impressive performance I've seen from Newcastle was at the Emirates in the semi-final last year. I know it's slightly different, but they they can turn it. It's been an odd season, I think, for Newcastle. This is a very stop-start, but if they can channel what they did last season, it's possible.
Absolutely, Max. I think I'm certainly a glass half full man in any way, but I'm still positive about this group of players. They've given us unbelievable times over the last couple of years. We're in another semi-final again. Our league position isn't great, but that can be rectified. Still in the Champions League, and then the FA Cup. So tonight, another semi-final. We've got to stay humble. We've got to stay respectful. Before Eddie came in, if someone had said, we're 2 Carabao Cup finals, winning one of them, and then the following season another semi-final, we would have snapped their hands off. So that's what we've got to realise. The players have been superb, and go there without any fear and just have a go. I think we've touched on what last night. I think the feedback you'd probably get from a lot of Chelsea fans last night was they probably felt they didn't have a go in a semi-final. And if you have a go and it doesn't work out, what can you do? The best team wins.
Yeah.
How much pressure do you think Eddie Howe's under? Do you think he's under no pressure at all? I mean, the owners are obviously very ambitious, and he has done incredibly well, right? He won a trophy for Newcastle like no one has done that since, what, the 50s? But I just wonder if you think he's under any pressure.
My personal opinion is he isn't, and he shouldn't be. Like you've rightly said, he's a manager few and far between for Newcastle United, who's won a domestic trophy or won a trophy. He should be outside that stadium sometime now and in the near future with a statue alongside Joe Harvey, who was our last manager to win a domestic trophy in the 50s, and then our last manager actually to win a trophy in 69 in Europe. So for me, he's been phenomenal. But obviously, sometimes you become a victim of your own success. And Eddie could potentially be that with the way we work in today's football. It's cutthroat, you know. You see managers losing jobs after being really successful, etc. But for me, there shouldn't be any pressure. He's been a phenomenal manager for this football club. He's developed some terrific young players. He's helped us be an exciting team. And, you know, when you're a success or you're wanting success, there will be little bumps in the road, but you can always just see those out if you have the patience. I think the majority of Newcastle United fans are very, very supportive of Eddie Howe and what he's done, and we want him to be our manager and going forward.
All right, good stuff, Lee. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Lee.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck tonight.
Lee Clark there, City Newcastle live commentary, Sam Matterface, Stuart Pearce, your commentary, Adrian Durham, your host. We will finish, Charlie, with a voice note of Spez doing the Champions League theme.
Thank goodness.
As Chewbacca. Drive is next.